open with an invocation, and then we'll join in the Pledge of Allegiance to the flag. I'm going to call on Sheriff Blake Turman to lead us in prayer, please.
Bow our head. Our Heavenly Father, thank you for bringing us here today to do what's best for our community, dear Lord. I pray that you be with each one of these men and women as they use your wisdom to make the best decisions that they can for Covington County. And I pray that you be with each and every one of us throughout our week and help us to set the right example as a Christian and to look at others the way you look at others, dear Lord. And I pray that you keep us safe. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
Amen. Join me in the pledge, please. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. Appreciate your interest in the business of the county and your attendance here tonight. I know that's a special effort for a lot of you coming in after hours. Maybe it made it easier for some of you. Thank you so much for being here. We have a relatively short agenda, so we'll move through that. The first section is public comment. There's nothing scheduled, so we will move on down to the first items on the agenda that are scheduled, and that's the consent agenda. We need commissioners need to consider the minutes for the April 23rd meeting and also approval of the accounts payable and payroll for April 2019. I know you received the minutes by email, and I'll open the floor for discussion if you have any changes or corrections to those, and if not, then a motion to approve everything under the consent agenda would certainly be in order.
I'll make a motion to approve.
All right.
Second.
A motion and a second to approve minutes and also the accounts payable and payroll.
Yes.
No questions. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. All right, those are approved. We have nothing under old business, and we'll move on to new business. We've had a request to consider amendments to workforce classification. Commissioners, page 33, and I'm going to call on our administrator to give us the background on this.
We were recently asked by the sheriff to consider changing a female correction officer position to a male correction officer position. He just feels he has enough females at the time, and he needs more in the male side. So that's just one of the things he'd like for you to consider in his department.
Okay.
I make a motion.
Second. Motion and a second. Normally, we don't get into whether we're hiring male or female, but he has the division in the jail, and I assume that the workforce classification has separated it according to male or female, so that's the reason for this request. Motion and a second. Any other comments, questions, any clarification on anything? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. All right, motion carries. Next.
Okay, the second is the IT department. We are requesting that the IT director's position to be taken from all 5 of you having to act on that position and be underneath the administration office, so that would be under my office staff.
All right.
I'd make a motion to do that.
All right, there's a motion.
I'll second.
Motion and second. Questions on this, or anybody have a thought that you'd like to express on it? All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign.
And there's actually one more for the soil conservation. It's not
Okay.
listed.
All right.
That position is a position that, according to the job description, reports to the USDA District Conservationist. And I believe it is your wishes that we also add that reports back to me as well,
administrator.
since the administration office, since we are paying that salary of the position.
I'll make a motion. I'll second.
All right. You mentioned that it answers to the soil conservationist at USDA, but also works closely with the, what board is it?
The
NRS,
NRC.
yeah.
Okay. And so, but it does answer to the conservationist?
Well, that's according to the job description
The
that we
description,
have
okay.
adopted back.
All right.
It works with state, federal, and local entities.
All right. So there is a motion and a second to change this description so that it also includes an accounting or reporting to the administrator. If there are no questions, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Motion carries. Is that it on
That is. in
workforce classification? All right, next item on the agenda is considering board appointments. The listing is on page 34, Commissioners. It's the Covington County E911 Board, presently serving 4-year terms that are expiring, are Wayne Godwin, who is an employee at Lurleen Wallace Community College, and Kyle Adams, who is a county commissioner. And both of these gentlemen are willing and interested in being reappointed.
And I don't think we had any other people to request that, so I would
Okay.
make a motion that we continue for their service for the next 4 years.
All right, so reappoint Kyle and Wayne. Is there a second?
Yes.
I'll second.
Questions on that? Any other names to consider? All in favor say aye.
Yeah.
Opposed, same sign. All right, that appointment is made. We had some IT support agreements to consider. Karen, I'll come back to you on that, page 35 through 44.
I emailed each of you a copy of the agreement that we received for support from Omni. This is just during transition time that we have now. They are offering just a support package. I did speak to them today about possibly just having this for 60 days to kind of get us through our transition time, and they are willing to make that change. I did not receive that in time to get back with you, but it'd be the same rates.
Okay.
The only thing, we are halfway through a month, so it would be cleanest for us to go through the end of June instead of stopping it.
So the remainder of May and then
June and July.
July.
That's right.
So take us to July 31st. Did you have a chance to discuss with Eric the need or any
He and I
duplication
spoke
we get?
about this yesterday. He, I think, agrees with it at this point, that this is something that he finds useful, and he actually
Okay.
was wanting a quote on something, and I've got a request in for that as well.
Okay,
That was some additional services that they offered.
okay. So this is a monthly fee quote of $3,000, and so we're looking at 2 months, $6,000 plus the pro rata portion for the remainder of this month, because we are in a pretty significant transition in our IT department. And that pro rata portion is, how much?
3,900.
It's 3,900, it's included on site.
On-site days.
Yeah, so 3,900 plus the 3,000, so $9,900 would be the total of this contract.
And of course, if we need any additional on-site days, then that would be an
Be an
increase.
addition, okay. Commissioners, is there a motion to enter this agreement for support for this transition period?
I make a motion.
All right. Is there a second?
I'll say.
Motion and second. Anybody have questions for Karen or for Eric on this for clarification? All right, if there are none, we have a motion and second. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, same sign. Okay. And we'll move to reports from staff. But before, well, come on, Susan. I didn't see you stand up when I said but before. Let me tell you, I blew right by the other elected officials at the top of the agenda, and I did not intend to do that. We have 3 county electeds with us, I think, and we appreciate your attendance here. Certainly want to give you the floor if you have something to bring to the commission.
No, sir.
Or to the public through the commission. Chuck, come ahead.
I wanted to say one thing, if you don't mind, please.
Be glad. Chuck Patterson, Revenue Commissioner.
Yeah, Chuck Patterson, Revenue Commissioner. We're at $40,000 uncollected on property taxes. With 195 parcels of land that goes along with that 40,000. That doesn't say that we'll be at that. On May 20th at 10 o'clock, we'll sell this property at the courthouse in the small courthouse room upstairs. There'll be a lot of people coming in this week, believe it or not, paying their taxes, so it will go down, but I just want everybody to know that we've almost got everything collected for the county.
That's great.
Good job.
Thank you.
Sir.
Sheriff?
I just wanted to let you guys know we have a, just take a second, we've worked with the forestry department down here, and we've been awarded a grant for a little over $8,500 in overtime to pay for deputies to patrol the forest areas, so.
Good.
That's a good plus for us. I think it's something they renew just about every year, but, when we spend that, we'll go ask them for a little more.
There you go, okay.
Excuse
What
me,
you got?
Sheriff, is there something taking place this Saturday?
Oh, yes, this Saturday, we're having, it's actually put on by the Fraternal Order of Police, FOP Lodge. We're having a pistol competition out at the Sheriff's Department range up on the north end of River Falls, right there at the edge of Hood and Sod Farm. We invite everyone to come. There'll be vendors and little teams shooting and everything. We do have people coming from all over the state with their three-man teams, and it's going to be a lot of fun. There'll be lots of food there to eat, and it'll be a good time. So, and
Starts at what time?
it starts at 8 a.m. Right?
And they're having some kind of auction or something?
Yeah, we're doing some auctions. I believe Thursday night we're having like a dinner auction at Big Mike's. And also there'll be some auctions and door prizes given away at the pistol competition. So it's to raise money for the Miracle League Network, which is a local organization that we try to support. We'd like for y'all to come. You're more than welcome and invited.
Good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Judge said she had nothing. All right, we'll come back to staff. Now you get to talk about them, since they've already been. Susan?
I was just gonna give you an update about our hurricane exercise that we had today. We have one each year, as you well know, and we had the one today. And it went well, and we had a lot of participation, and I just thank you all for your support. Just remember, June 1st starts hurricane season. So we have prepared on this level, and we just hope that the citizens also prepare also. Tomorrow at 10 o'clock, we will have in here the VRC, the Volunteer Resource Center, that I have been talking with you all guys about using the county employees to help staff that. Tomorrow at 10 and then Thursday at 10, we have it set up here, and we have most of the county employees coming one of those 2 days to be trained on how to operate the VRC if needed. So I was really excited about that and the support that the heads of the departments gave. I really appreciate that. Also, we have started pushing out our mass notification system, the Nixle. You may have heard it on the radio and newspaper about the mass notification system. So we started pushing that out. I hope each one of y'all have done that. If not, let me tell you how to do that. Get your cell phone, and then up at the top where you put the name of the person that you want to text, you put 888-777. 3 8s and 3 7s. 888-777. And then when you get down to the bottom where you text the message of what you want to say, you put Cov, C-O-V, and spell out county. Cov County, one word. Or you can do your zip code. And then you press send, and then they're going to send you a welcome message. That message, you can go to a link, and you can put in there then if you want to email, if you want your home phone added to it, you can have one or the other or all of them. And this is the way that we're able to send out very important messages really quick. This is not a weather out. We're not sending out tornado watches and warnings, so keep your NOAA weather radios and listen to the sirens and your other apps that you have on those. Keep those. This is things such as a missing child or adult, or if we do have road closures issues, Lynn can put out about those, or anything on that we need to tell the public really quick. This is what we're going to use this out for, and we're excited that we have it. This was a grant that we have for 2 years, and then hopefully I'll get support from other agencies. Even the sheriff could use it for anonymous tips. People can call on this and have anonymous tips, and we'll add those different things on later. We're just starting, simple and just trying to get everybody to subscribe to this mass notification system.
Susan, do you have that advertised anywhere else? Do we have it on our website yet or anything?
We have it on the county website. You go to the website and then go to our page, the emergency management page, and at the very top there's a link there. You can get it off our Facebook page, or just come to our office. We'll help you get set up. Just bring your phone and we'll help you.
That's for everyone in the community.
And it's free. Everyone in the community, and it's free. Any other questions, or any questions from y'all? If not, if you want to stay afterwards, you can ask me, but.
You had a real nice event last week. You were not here, Frank was here, and it was the folks out of Mobile, I believe.
Yes, we had the advanced weather spotter class. Actually, I was at a church doing a, meeting with them about a shelter. So we're still working on trying to get churches to participate with shelters, but that was our second class, for the weather spotter class. We need people out in the community with trained eyes on how to report stuff to us. So it just helps, again, getting the information out quicker, setting the sirens off quicker, if we have trained people giving us that good information.
That was very interesting.
It was.
meeting,
Frank said it was really
stuff,
good.
yeah.
Then the last thing, the EOC update, we're still in the delivery, they're saying they will deliver at the end of July. So they're actually building the EOC right now in the storm shelter. And so everything's going good with that. Kevin's still waiting on me to give him, he's on go, ready to start with the pad and all, but we haven't got the plans on that. But they're saying the timeline, everything should be good for delivery at the end of July.
All right.
All right, any questions for me?
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, thank you.
All right. Lynn, do you have some updates?
Yes, to start with the Pigeon Creek Bridge first, I was gonna go over a bunch of stuff, what we're doing in the engineering department. The company, timber company requested a shape file about a week and a half ago, to determine the actual, since the alignment's been finalized and the plan's been finalized, they're looking at the actual impact of timber, so we're getting a value of the timber value on that. And I hope to hear back pretty soon from them. The total acquired land is going to come up right at 9.5 acres, just a little more than 9.5 acres. That's where we stand on that one. We are finalizing the to bid, actually fixing to bid our first flat project. It's a culvert that the Bridge Bureau decided to go with a culvert in this little small spot down here in the forest on Sanders Road. That should bid this coming month. We have the other 5 sites have been reviewed by the Bridge Bureau, and we're kind of getting the plan prep for our PSNA review for those. Our Point A Bridge is already in the PSNA review. We're finalizing the final plans for those. They're on Point A Road. Antioch Road, we're finalizing the resurfacing. It's been completed, and they're doing the dirt work, and hopefully be completed this week if all the weather holds and everything on that one. So that job will be coming to a close pretty soon. Our Mitchell Bridge is complete, other than just putting guardrail on that bridge. That's done by county forces. We're in the process now of trying to secure more HRRR funding. There's $4+ million out there to get, and we're trying to get some more of that money. And we got about 300-something thousand the last go around. So we're trying to get some more of that pot. The HRRR funds that we have gotten, we're in the near the completion of those final plans for those projects. We got 6 on County Road 4 guardrail projects, and we got the one on County Road 21, Ark Creek Road. Some guardrail and some new pavement in that curve. Let's see here. We have also, I want to thank Sheriff Turman for allowing us to get some inmate help. We're back to our garbage pickup in the county. It's been long overdue. We just now been able to break some guys loose. My department is very stressed with manpower, and we try to do what we can with what we got. But I have a guy out doing that with the inmates, and we're picking up a lot of garbage right now. And we're starting a striping program, and we should start our striping with our truck again in between our bridge building, and that'll hopefully start next week and a half or 2 weeks. So we will be striping some roads.
I know that, especially on rainy days and late in the evening, people really get concerned about that. Is there an upgrade to the striping, or using a reflectant paint that we may not have had in the past? Okay, so it should be.
We have a local source in Greenville that we're using, and we're getting the paint as needed basis. We used to have to order an 18-tote truckload, and with our work schedule, like I say, my paint crew is also my concrete crew. They're also my bridge crew, so we have to literally take a hat off and put another one on, so something goes lacking when they go to paint. So, but instead of us having to, and the old paint that we were used to getting would sometimes separate over the time. But, we're getting a fresh source now there in Greenville, and, we'll get it just what we're gonna paint
As
for the
needed.
day.
Good.
Or that week, if we know it's gonna be good weather, so that's a big difference, big difference.
And I know the city of Opp had submitted a request for some help with painting. I assume
Yes.
that's in our
Yes.
cycle this time. Good.
And they're finding out exactly how much paint costs. It's
Yeah,
very
it's expensive, isn't it? Yeah.
It's very expensive. So. But it saves the county a bunch of money for us having our own truck.
You may have questions for Lynn or comments?
No, I appreciate it. I know that's something needed. I got something to kind of go along with what Lynn was doing and talking about the trash pickup and what have you, but, I was contacted by one of the volunteer fire departments, and I've discussed this with Lynn and a little bit with, Tony prior to our meeting, but, they had those blue markers that they put out in the median to identify where a fire hydrant was, and, they're gonna check and see what the cost of those are, if it's something that we can provide for them, and they're gonna introduce it to the countywide fire department meeting, 'cause over the years, those have been destroyed or faded out, or for whatever reason, some of this researching no longer there, and I think it'd be a benefit to all of us, and everybody in the county, if we can support that and help them with that. 'Cause they work for nothing.
Yeah. Do you have any idea how many hydrant? fire hydrants they
I
have?
don't, I
Never
think
heard
the
of
guy
them.
told me in the Antioch area was 80, maybe 85. I'm not sure about that.
Yeah.
I'm sure they'll be calling back, or we'll get in touch with them, you know,
Good.
and get that and see how many we need throughout the county if all volunteers
Yeah,
wanna do
I think
that.
that'd be great.
Hate to do it in just one area, maybe it's something we could do countywide. And they willing to place them and all that, we just supply them,
The reflectors.
the reflectors, and they install them, so. And, the, sheriff providing, trash pickup, I think, some of your volunteers made the dog team made a thing, I saw that in the paper, and,
That's
thank
right.
them.
This county lives off of its volunteers. I mean, we have a good set of volunteers. The dog team has done exceptional this past week or two by recovering some people that have ran. And we also had one the other night that was a juvenile that was supposedly ran, and we were able to deduce that he didn't run away, he caught a ride. And after we made sure that he wasn't in the woods and found out he had caught a ride. So the dog team is doing exceptional well. And I'd also like to bring up, for just a second, the public transportation buses. Anytime that they need to be cleaned up or anything, I want y'all to bring them over here and let these inmates do it. I've got people waiting on something to do, and, we can't necessarily put them all out on trash cleanup. Any county pickup trucks, whatever, that belongs to the county, bring them over here and we'll get them squared away.
Yes, sir. Be there at 7 tomorrow. Get that started. That
Thank
sounds
you.
good. We do appreciate the cooperation. One thing I'd like to mention is, we mentioned the IT transitions a while ago, and we have developed a helps desk internally so that departments are able to post needs and get responses, manage responses quickly. And I think that's been a great improvement to all of the county offices, and we appreciate Eric and the effort that you guys have made in the last couple of weeks. That's working really well. Anything else, commissioners? Yeah.
Back to the IT, during the transition, we need to discuss the filling of the full-time position, IT director.
We'll probably need to go ahead and just advertise as we usually do
Do we need to make a
normal.
motion to go ahead and do that?
Well, now you have to
fill
put it under me, and I don't usually advertise. I usually have to have
Yeah.
approval, so that
Okay.
kind of handle it.
Okay.
So just
As long as we're
automatic.
good.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's good, but that'll be good. We'll move forward on that pretty quickly then. I do think, at least with this 2.5 months of support in place, that kind of takes a little pressure off. We don't have to move as quickly. Okay. Anything else? Karen, do you have anything for us? If all minds are clear, a motion to adjourn would be in order. Thank you, Kyle. Stand adjourned.
Ken didn't second today.